Cheers everybody, how's it going? I am trying something new in 2021 and I am very excited about it. Cheers y'all, how's it going? As I mentioned in the intro, I am trying something new this year, new in 2021, in regards to how I am assembling my 2021 running playlist. Now, depending on how long you've been following my running journey, you may be aware that I tend to not really listen to much music when I'm running. I'm more of a podcast guy, especially in training. The only time I really break out music or running playlists is for race day or during particularly difficult bouts of training. If you're new to the channel though, and this is the first video of mine you've seen, I hope you enjoy it. If you do, please go ahead and click that subscribe button to make sure you see future videos coming out and give us a thumbs up to help other people find the video as well. As I mentioned, really the main time that I'm listening to music on my runs is on race day, and I spend a lot of time poring over what songs I'm gonna listen to, trying to craft the perfect race playlist. You can actually watch one of my previous videos where I go over the anatomy of my running playlist, breaking down all of the decision making and tweaking that I put into the perfect order those songs should go in. It's a whole process, and that brings me to what I'm trying new this year to hopefully simplify that process, but also hopefully amplify the playlists that I'm putting together for race day. What I'm trying new this year in 2021 is creating a 2021 running playlist on Spotify. I've created that playlist. I'll link to it down in the description below so that you can listen to it as well if you're interested. But my goal is gonna be for each year to basically create this annual running playlist where anytime I hear a new song that I think, you know, this would probably be great for running to, I'm gonna add it to that playlist. So throughout the year, I just accumulate this mass list of songs that I enjoy running to and that really get me amped up to perform well. Like I said, when it comes down to race day, I need that perfect song. I'll have this whole list of perfect running songs from the year. 2021 is the first year that I'm doing this, but ideally, as the years go on, I'll continue to assemble more and more and more songs that I have at my disposal. I already have some of my old favorites that I like to rely on, but I really want to add to that and come up with new ideas as well. So that's kind of the main impetus or the main thing that went into the decision to create this new playlist that I'm holding myself to only add new songs to. Not necessarily just songs added in 2021. There were some that were added at the end or that came out at the end of 2020 that I'm adding into the playlist as well. But the main idea here is to find new music that I like running to, again, so that I can just continue to build this long list of songs that I have at my disposal when it comes time to craft that perfect race day running playlist. January ended up being the perfect time to start this playlist because I was in interval training, so I actually was listening to music on most of my runs because the majority of those runs involved some sort of sprint interval. So I put together the beginning of this playlist, and that's sort of what I wanted to share with you all, highlight some of the songs that are on there, get it out to you so that you can use it to your advantage as well, but then also ask if there are new songs that you've heard either at the tail end of 2020 or new this year that you enjoy running to. Put those down in the comments below and I may just add them to the playlist. As much as I want this to be a tool for me personally to take advantage of, I also want to make sure I'm sharing it with others so others can take advantage of it as well. So I hope you enjoy it. If you want to check it out, like I said, link down in the description below, and I'm just gonna highlight a few of the songs that are on the playlist so far. I tried to put these in some sort of order that makes sense, but kicking things off, Evolution by Joyner Lucas. If you follow me on Instagram, you know a couple months ago I was posting about Joyner Lucas a ton. He is just an artist I feel like way more people should be listening to, especially runners. So many of his songs are incredible for running. I've listened to a ton of them in the past. He's made it on my race playlist several times throughout most of last year, and his song Evolution is incredible. It's a great running song. It's perfect for even if you're not necessarily pushing the pace at a hard interval. The lyrics really get me motivated. Overall, it's an incredible song. Like I mentioned, he has a bunch of incredible music to run to, but that is the song that I picked in particular to make it onto this year's playlist. Moving into number 2, an old favorite artist of mine, Lil Wayne. So I kept the 2 hip hop songs first and foremost. Lil Wayne, I feel like his music for me when it comes to running is hit or miss. He can have a lot more mellow, slower pace, softer music, but when he really hits his flow, gets his groove going on some of those more aggressive tracks, it is just incredible. So I had to pick him for number 2. Life of Mr. Carter by Lil Wayne. Incredible song. Again, a song all about overcoming adversity. You may notice a theme in some of the lyrics of the songs that I'm choosing, but incredible, incredible song. Nice and fast paced. Like I mentioned, it's one of those songs where he really hits his flow, gets going. Perfect when you're trying to hit one of those difficult intervals. Moving into number 3, Night Crawling by Miley Cyrus featuring Billy Idol. Trust me, you are as surprised as I am that I picked a Miley Cyrus song to make it onto the playlist. Don't get me wrong, I enjoy her music plenty. It's just generally not the type of music that I want to run to. A lot of times when I want to run, especially if I'm trying to dig deep and crank out some difficult miles, I want either something more aggressive, just a more fast-paced song. And although in the past those wouldn't be words that I would use to define Miley Cyrus songs or albums, her new album is incredible. I am a huge fan of the majority of the album. It's a lot less pop influenced, I feel like, and a lot more rock, more like 80s rock in particular. I mean, with Billy Idol on the track, it is incredible. It is definitely a party anthem. It is definitely upbeat. If you have not listened to it, I would highly encourage you check it out. It is just a phenomenal song in general, but great for when you're out on the run and just need something unique, something fun, kind of lighthearted, but still gonna give you the motivation you need to crush those miles. Song number 4, throwing it back to my running cross country roots in high school. Call it alt rock, call it punk pop, call it garage punk, whatever you want to call it. This is the type of music that I loved in high school and I continue to love. If you have heard of this band or heard this song, I want you to comment down in the comments below to let me know, because I had never heard of them before, but have been in love with the songs that I've heard of theirs recently. The song is Kick by Spanish Love Songs. It is phenomenal. They've got great energy. They've got great lyrics. Also, you've probably heard me mention on a few of these songs, I do tend to listen a lot to the lyrics of songs. There are just certain lines or things like that that stick out in a song. It might just be one line in particular, but it'll really get me and that'll stick in my brain, and anytime I hear it when I'm running, like I said, it's just exactly what I need to just dig deep and crank out those miles, and this song is one of those to the T. It's fast-paced, it's upbeat, and it builds right into the chorus. That is perfect for interval running, but also in those last few miles of the race where you really just need something to keep your legs moving, keep you pushing harder and harder. This song is what you're looking for. It is a little bit more aggressive. Like I said, it's that punk pop, alt rock, whatever you want to call it. My kind of music. I love it. I know it's not for everyone, but highly recommend checking it out, and it might just be your next perfect race song. Last but not least, maybe that punk pop scene really isn't your thing. You're more of just that pure rock and roll. You gotta check out Wild Child by the Struts featuring Tom Morello. This is an incredible song. Again, another band that has a ton of songs that could be added on a race playlist. This is the song in particular that I'm choosing for 2021. It is just such a fun song. They have incredible instrumentals. I think the instrumentals alone would be a great running track. The drums and the guitar are just phenomenal. Like I said, just to really get you amped up. It's the perfect tempo, what you're looking for. Then you add in the lyrics, I'm a wild child, born on a blood red moon, and that is the perfect type of music to just remind you to let loose, have fun, let your inner wild child out, go crazy on the course. Again, perfect song for intervals, even better in those last few miles of a race where you just need something that is fun but also turns on that wild side that you really need to dig deep and push through the last few miles of a tough race. Incredible song. As I mentioned, the Struts, go through their whole discography. They've got plenty of songs you could add to your running playlist, but this is a great song for 2021. So there you have it, just a few quick highlights from the playlist as it stands so far in 2021. We are very new into the year, so I'm really looking forward to adding a lot more music. As a reminder, if there are songs, new songs that you especially love when you're running, put those down in the comments below. I may just add them to the playlist for consideration moving forward, but these are just a few of the songs that I've loved running to, especially during my interval session in January. Again, if this is your first time on the channel, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, everyone go ahead, give that a thumbs up, but if it is your first time, I hope you'll click that subscribe button so you can stay tuned for any videos that we're putting out in the future. And if you really love the video, make sure you click that bell as well. That just makes sure you get a notification anytime I post a video in the future. But thanks as always for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed the video. I'm looking forward to seeing your recommendations for new running music to add to the playlist. And until next time, cheers.